Greetings, critters. It's Fox here, and welcome to my Burrow of Thoughts, aka my channel, where we talk everything spooky. And today is going to be a big, you can't see it, but it's big, horror book haul, and it's all in honor of my birthday. That's right, I was spoiled once again this year. So settle into your burrows because things are about to get spooky. Okay, so the first books I'm going to be talking about is this box set by Natasha Preston. We have The Cabin, The Cellar, and The Lost. So a little bit about the plot of The Lost. So this is a YA thriller about a teenager who thinks there's more to the story with these runaway teens, these teens that keep going missing and then don't just run away. She thinks there's more to the story and things ensue from there. And the next one is The Cabin. Now, this one is about a group of friends that go up to a cabin, to let loose, have some fun. But when a murder happens times two, it becomes more than the party they were up and bargaining for. So I'm really stoked for that one. And the last one is called The Cellar. Now, what this one is about is a young woman is kidnapped and she is held captive in a cellar. Immediately she goes, I'm getting out of here. And I think the way to do that is to get to know my kidnapper and find his weaknesses. But when she does that, she finds she's enthralled by him instead. So yeah, this 3-book box set was a steal of a deal. So basically what happened was I was given a gift card for my favorite book site and I went nuts. So these 3 books cost, I believe, $13 for the 3 of them packaged all together. Haven't opened them yet. I did get all of my books early. They arrived before my birthday and I was allowed to open them, but I haven't. Okay, I've read one. I started to read one, okay? But this one, The Cabin, just speaks to me. I love a good cottage setting, so I like that vibe. And then The Cellar, with the whole kidnapper and, getting into his mentality and getting stuck in that, I really like that. That premise really intrigues me. The Lost, I don't know. I don't know about The Lost. It seems like it's going to be your run-of-the-mill YA thriller. But like I said, these are young adult fiction, retail bundle for $32.97, and I got it for $13. So even if The Lost is just a, run-of-the-mill YA thriller, I really think The Cabin and The Cellar are going to be really good. So stay tuned for reviews of these 3 books. Okay, so the next book I'm going to be talking about is The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie M. So what this book is about is there's a group of friends, they pull a prank and it just isn't satisfying enough. So they get together and they form the Mary Shelley Club, which is a club devoted to finding the scariest pranks and executing them. But when one of them turns a prank into reality using genuine fear, they realize they got in a little over their heads and maybe it's not such a fun and cool idea to scare people. Live and learn life lessons. So I got this. I'm pretty sure it's a YA. I didn't look it up on Goodreads to check before because personally the prank angle speaks to me. I love doing a good jump scare, good flying squirrel, good pop around the corner moment. Love doing that. Very good at it. Got ninja cat feet. So this really spoke to me because I'm like, maybe it could have some comedy in it because of the prank, premise. But even if it doesn't, I'm here for it. I'm excited to read The Mary Shelley Club. The next book I'm going to be talking about is actually my current read. It is Anne Rice's The Mummy or Ramses of the Damned, depending on which edition you have. So what this book is about is pretty much what you would expect from the title. They stumble upon a tomb, and the tomb has a bunch of warnings on it. Don't disrupt the sarcophagus. Don't move the mummy. Don't wake the mummy. And they wake the mummy, and things kind of tumbleweed from there. I don't want to give too much away because I am currently reading it, but this was $3 for an Anne Rice book. I know, it's a mass market paperback, which I really detest reading these format of books because I always put at least one or two cracks in the spine and it makes my heart sad. But from so far, I can tell this will be a well-loved addition to my bookshelf. I know I'm going to read this one over and over, and it's been a minute since I've read Anne Rice. I mean, since high school, I think was the last time I read an Anne Rice book. So, yeah, I'm super excited for this one. Okay, so the next book I'm going to be talking about is Knock Knock Open Wide by Neil Sharpson. So what this book is about is Celtic myth meets supernatural horror mixed with a Southern Gothic fractured family theme. I love Celtic mythology and I love supernatural horror, and it's also a hardcover edition. Had to get it. I've never read anything by Neil Sharpson. In fact, a lot of these books are by authors I have not read before. So I'm super stoked that I found this website because it really is making me branch out from my Amazon wish list. So that's really fun. So Knock Knock Open Wide, look inside, it needs you. Like chilling, just chilling. So moving on, the next one is called Monstrous by Jessica Lewis. So what this one is about, it is another YA. This one, there is a young teen and she is forced to go to her aunt's small town for the summer. I'm assuming she got in trouble or something and is like, go to your aunt's. Out into the sticks with you, you go. I cannot handle you no more. Bye. Bye, Felicia. I don't know. Anyway, she gets to the small town and she goes, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Is it people monsters or is there a real monster? What's going on? And things ensue from there. So this is a journey of a young teen figuring out how people can be monsters in a world where monsters can also exist. So really intriguing premise. YA is nice to throw in the mix when I find I'm in a reading slump or just like brain can't handle something super heavy. This will be something that I will reach for because the premise is a little bit more of a simple premise, but the cover, the colors, the mood, oh, it's speaking to me. It's speaking to me along with the premise. Okay, the next book I'm going to be talking about is Edenville by Sam. Oh no. There you go. I'm not butchering another name. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Anywho, so Edenville, what this is Goosebumps meets Stephen King in this horror comedy. So there's a writer whose career is in the slums. He needs inspiration. He hears of this cute little small town called Edenville that's known for being very strange. And when his girlfriend goes, yeah, I kind of used to live by there. I don't want to move there. They move there and things ensue. So I got this because it spoke to me on a Grady Hendrix level. When I see horror comedy now, I think of Grady Hendrix because I really feel he does, like they do such a good job in that genre. Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, romping good time. So I don't know, I got that vibe from this book. The cover also was really eerie, so I'm feeling like with the Stephen King mention, maybe some Children of the Corn vibe or Dairy, you know, a little humor in there, which will be needed because we all know I'm not a Stephen King fan, so if it leans too heavily on Stephen King, chances are I may not like it. But the fact that it has the comedic relief in it, I am super stoked to read this, to the point where I think I might be picking it up after I'm done The Mummy. Edenville by Sam Rublikin, I don't know. And on to the next one. Ooh, like I got some good ones. So the next one is Schrader's Chord by Scott Leeds. So what this book is about is a fella inherits a music store, and in that music store there is a record that when you play it opens the land of the dead to you. Need I say more? I am I don't know if you critters know this, but I live with my headphones in my ears or on my ears a good probably 50% of the day. I have my headphones on, even if there is a movie on or if I'm reading anything, I usually have headphones blasting my music, especially metal. I listen to a little bit of everything. I mean, not like Taylor Swift or anything like that, but I do like a lot of metal bands and a lot of rock. And this book just spoke to me because the whole idea of a supernatural musical like read just speaks to me. I love the supernatural. I love music, and I'm really excited to see where this book is going to take me on a literary journey. Like, I'm super stoked for it. And I really like the skull with the vinyl record, kind of the half-half look. I think that's a really, really cool vibe, this cover. And another new author, so can't wait to dive into this one. The second last book that I got is Clown in a Cornfield 2. Now, I had just finished reading the first one, and I did see that the reviews for this one aren't as stellar as the first, but here's why. The plot is just following some characters from the first book a year later. That's all I know. That's all I know. But because it says he lives, I'm gonna say the clown makes a comeback and is vengeful about it. So I had to grab it. I haven't reviewed the Clown in the Cornfield yet on my channel because I want to do it alongside this one. So fret not. A review will be coming. It just will be in succession after I've read Clown in a Cornfield 2. Now, the last book that I grabbed for my birthday haul is Sundial by Kat Ward. That cover. You're so pretty. Okay, so what this book is about, what happens when you cannot escape what runs through your veins. In this mother-daughter tale of supernatural horror, we will find out just that. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what runs through the veins. Is this a supernatural horror? Is this going to be a Southern Gothic? Don't know much about it. All I know is I kept seeing this cover on the social medias, and I finally said, enough. I have to buy it. I have to read it. It is all over social media. This is like one of those meant to be moments. So I grabbed it. I will admit though, I know very little about this book. I do know the last horror related thing I got for my birthday is this It movie collection, the remake. I just stopped Smack against Stephen King, and I get It chapter 1 and 2. Gets better. I have the old one, and I don't even like it. I've seen it so many times, and every time I watch it, I'm like, I really don't like this movie. But the first part of the remake from 2017, I have watched so many times that I could probably recite it. Have I seen chapter 2 or part 2 of the remake? Nope. Am I excited to watch it this weekend? Heck yes! I am so stoked because, like, first off, this special sleeve that it came in, it's so cool! And this was a marketplace seller find on Amazon. I think they told me they got this for under $15. And I was like, that's a score. Oh my god. So I'm really stoked to watch It Chapter 2. I did hear it's obviously not as good as the first one, but with the kids acting of the first part of they do such a good job. Well done, you lot. Well done. You did a good job. Mm, such a good movie. Can't wait to dive into this. And I know I am spoiled. Well, critters, that's all from this Den of Frights today. Thank you so much for being here, watching, and your support. It means the whole wide and wild wilderness to me, critters. It really does. And until next time, stay cozy and stay spooky. Bye.